back to Granny's Home and Kitchen. So we're getting close to Christmas. It's November 6th I think today, or 7th, I'm not quite sure. And I just went shopping and bought all my fruit to make my Christmas puddings and my mince meat for my mince pies. So I've already made a video for my Christmas pudding. I'll put a link in the description below. You want to try my Christmas pudding, I have to say it's absolutely delicious. So now I'm going to make the mince meat for my mince pies. So I'm going to use my trusty old notebook. I have no idea how old this thing is. It's like over 30 years for sure, I'd say. So I have some of my coveted recipes in here, and I have the recipe for my mincemeat. So you have to bear with me because it is in grams. So I do have my little weighing scales here that I got for $4 in Dollarama. Okay, so I just have to refresh myself with the ingredients. So it's 250 grams of raisins. So I bought all, these are all the no name, and they're beautiful, they're perfectly fine. I use them all the time. Okay, so 250 grams of raisins. Oh, I have my thing set on. Okay. So 250 grams of raisins. 200 grams of sultanas. I will be putting the recipe below, so don't worry. 200 grams of raisins and 175 grams of currants. So currants, so you can probably see the difference there. I should have showed you. So the raisins are darker, the sultanas are a little bit lighter, and then the currants are these small little black fruit. I will bring actually the camera over now in a second. So what did I say, 175 grams of currants. Okay, so there you can see my raisins, my sultanas, and now my currants. And to this we're going to add the magic ingredient for mince pies, and that is brandy. So I have a lovely brandy here, it's Saint Remy, and I'm going to put in a half a cup of brandy. So if you don't want to use alcohol, guys, you can use orange juice. They're still very good, maybe not quite as good as with the brandy, but they're still very good. So I'm going to add a half a cup of brandy, and I'm going to steep this. You can steep it overnight if you want. You can just steep it for an hour, half an hour. It's really up to you. Some people like to leave it, I think the older people used to leave it steeping probably overnight. But, oops, I'm making a mess. But on our busy schedules and our lives today, we're all so busy. I'm just going to leave this for maybe like a half an hour. And then I'm going to come back and we're going to go to the next round. So just soak your fruit in the brandy. Okay guys, so now my fruit has been steeping in the brandy. So what I need to do now is I need to strain the brandy off the fruit, because we're going to add the brandy at the very end. So you can actually see here that some of the brandy has been soaked up in the fruit. So I have a bowl here, and I'm going to put my fruit into a strainer, and I'm going to let that strain for a couple of minutes. So while I'm doing that, I'm going to prepare the rest of the ingredients. Okay, so I'm going to take, this is a Granny Smith apple. So you want an apple that's got a firm flesh, I guess you would call it, flesh of the apple. So at home we'd use cooking apples, but I haven't been able to get cooking apples over here. So I'm going to try a Granny Smith. And I hope you know what I mean by, you can actually hear that. It's like the flesh of the apple is a little firmer, let's say. So I'm going to try Granny Smith. So I'm going to peel the Granny Smith, and I'm going to chop it into small chunks. So I'm going to halve the apple, and then I'm going to quarter it, and then I'm going to core the centre. Like so. This is the same method I used when I was making my apple pie. just washed it, and we're going to take the peel off the lemon. Okay, so this is all going to go in now to a saucepan. So I'm going to pop in my lemon peel. I'm going to dice my apple. I like to do it nice and small. Calls for 300 grams of suet, but I'm not actually going to use suet, I'm going to use butter. So I figured out that 300 grams of suet is about 3/4 of a pound of butter, which is what I think I actually have here. Let me see. Yes, that's it. Yeah, so this is actually 3/4 of a pound of butter. I took some butter off earlier what was I making? When I was making my cookies. So I'm going to put in like 3/4 of a pound of butter. I need 250 grams of dark sugar. So you get this demerara, or this in Canada it's called old-fashioned brown sugar. So 250 grams of brown sugar. On the nose, 250 grams of brown sugar. So I need the juice of a lemon. So I have this cool little juicer. And actually I'm going to do it in here so I can get any pips out. So you can also do it by hand. Just put your hands underneath it and catch the pips. So that's the juice of a lemon. As you can see, there's a lot of pips in this lemon. Okay, so I've removed all the pips from the lemon juice. I'm going to pop the lemon juice in. And now I'm going to use mixed peel. So this is the mixed peel in Canada. It all looks red, but it does have a mixture of fruits. So 85 grams of mixed peel. I'm going to actually put in just a half a teaspoon of allspice. So I'm also going to add about a 1/4 teaspoon of nutmeg, a 1/4 teaspoon of cinnamon. Made a mess here, guys. Okay, so now we're going to bring this to the stove, and we don't want to bring it to the boil, we just want to bring it to a simmer. So I'm going to take my fruit and I'm going to add it to the rest of the ingredients. And we have a little bit of the brandy left over there, so that's going to go in at the end. And I will just get this going and stir it. So we want to bring it to a nice simmer, and we're going to simmer it for about 10 minutes. Okay guys, so I've been simmering this for almost 10 minutes, and I've been stirring it quite regularly. Well, I stirred it actually initially at the beginning just to make sure everything was blended, and maybe for the last 4 or 5 minutes I've just been letting it simmer away. So I'm coming up now just to give it another stir, and I can feel that it's starting to soften up nicely. As soon as my timer goes off, I'm going to add in the brandy that we soaked the fruit in, and we're going to let then I'm going to transfer the mixture into this bowl. We're going to let it cool down completely. There we go. Completely before I start to put it in the jars. So I'm going to pour in the brandy. I'm going to mix that through. And now I'm going to pour the mixture back into the bowl. Get out all the last pieces of it. It smells so good. I love mince pies. Now I'm going to give this a stir. And you can stir it, you know, maybe every 10 minutes or 15 minutes while it's cooling, just to make sure that everything gets well mixed and that the butter doesn't solidify at the top. Okay, so I'm going to put this aside, and I'm going to let it solidify. Okay, so there it is now. I'm going to let it cool down in the bowl. Okay guys, it's actually the next day. I put the mincemeat in the fridge overnight. Now I did just put it in the microwave for a minute just to soften it up. What I will say, because I didn't use suet and I used butter, there's too much butter. Mind you, I don't mind because it's probably still going to taste delightful. So I would reduce the butter to a ½ pound instead of 3/4 pound. I don't know what the difference between butter and suet is, but definitely you didn't need as much butter as you would suet. So I'm just going to start canning up the mincemeat. So I sterilised these jars for 10 minutes in boiling water, and now I'm going to add the mincemeat. And you don't fill it right to the top, so I might actually have too much here for the amount of jars I have. I don't know if you can see the consistency, it's very buttery. Okay. So I think that's all I'm going to put in. I'm going to get some kitchen paper actually, and I'm just going to clean the rim. And I'm going to put the lid on. Okay, so there's 1 jar of mince meat. I'll just fill up these ones as well. Okay guys, so there's my 3 jars of mincemeat. I'm going to put them in the fridge. I'll leave them probably for about 3 weeks before I make my first batch of pies, because the longer you let it sit, the better the flavours develop. So I hope you enjoyed this video. If you have any questions, don't forget to ask below. If you could give me the thumbs up, I'd appreciate it. And don't forget to subscribe to my channel. Take care guys.